Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stamping with Amore. Today we are doing a card box, but cards don't fit in this box. It's a gift box, but the card is up on top. It is on the belly band. So this is pretty unique. I designed it myself. I haven't seen anything like this, but when you untie this, the card is, let me get this untied. The card is right here at the top. So it is actually on the belly band itself. When you take the belly band off, you have your box. It could be a gift box. You can add treats in here. I made this as a birthday gift, but you can do it for any occasion. It could be a graduation, anything like that, anniversary. So let's get this belly band back on here. I like to have it pretty tight, but not where it's so tight you can't get it off and on. And then I just made that little flap go in. There we go. And then you just tie your bow. Make sure you have enough ribbon on here when you do it. I cut mine a little bit too short, and I like my bow a little bit bigger. In fact, this is the third time actually the second time I'm doing this video. I already did one and I messed up because when I was coloring, I didn't bring you back out. I told you that happens a lot. And so here's the other one, and I used a different designer series paper. It's the same one that this one comes from. I'm going to use this one this time. But I used this one. It's so cute, y'all. I'll have to show it to you here in just a minute. But this is what I'm going to share today. I hope you enjoy it. For those of you who are new, hi, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And today we are doing this box. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Give it a thumbs up. And comment and share, because all those things will really help my channel, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, so let's get started on this. What I'm using for it is the new stamp set. It's a new bundle, actually. It is an online exclusive, so it's called Cheers and Sips. And I have everything will be linked. By the way, if you are new, I do an inspiration sheet. It puts all the measurements and all the supplies needed to make these projects. And it's on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. You can download and print it. So this one is Cheers and Sips. It's so cute, y'all. Look at the cute little images on this. I love this one. It's so adorable. So we're using the bundle. If you get the bundle, you save 10%. We are using the 2024-26 in colors. And I'm using this one here, the peach pie. The other side's got flowers. It's really pretty. These are our new ones in the annual catalog, our new designs for this year. All the dies I'm using are right here, and they're all from this bundle. I'm using the sentiments and everything from this bundle. So you only need the one bundle for this project. All right, so we are going to, I'm sharing the measurements here, even though I do share them in the inspiration sheet. This is 8 by 8.5. This piece is for the belly band. This piece is 8.5 by 3. I forgot to cut the card size, and I'll do that here in just a second. And then you need to mat this. You're going to need one piece that is 2 7/8 by 4 7/8, two that are 7/8 by 4 7/8, and then two more that are 2 7/8 by 7/8. This piece is for the card, and this piece is 3 by 1. And I'm going to quickly cut the piece for the card, and I'll tell you those measurements in just a second. Okay, so for the card, you need one piece that's 3 by 6, and then one that's 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And this part goes with that. And also, this piece is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 for matting the card. So this is all the card part. This is the box part. All right, we're going to stamp first and color with our hoo-hoo markers. And let me grab my mat real quick. because we are using photopolymer. And I'm going to grab the Memento ink, and we are going to stamp the cups. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Your magic can go wild with these things. It's so cute. And we're going to do I'm using it for a lemon, but you can make it a lime. You can make it a grapefruit. I'm going to do this flower here too. I'm kind of spacing them so I can cut them out with my dies. Let's do our cheers. We'll do that in the bottom corner, and I'll just cut that one out. And then I'm using Old Olive for this leaf here. And then let's stamp the inside of the card as well. So this piece right here, and we're going to stamp that. It's your day. Whoops. And it says, let's celebrate. I think that's so cute. It fits perfect for a little card. All right, so we're going to set that one aside. I'm going to color these. And the Oohoo markers are always linked in my description. I know a lot of you have already gotten them. I keep them linked down there because I always get questions about them. All right, so I'm using Y1 and Y2. That is for the lemons. I'm using the RV160, RV260. That is for our lemonade glass. P4 and R17, that's for our wine glass. And then GY42 is for these leaves on this little one here. And then I have my colorless blender. You can use it or you don't have to. It's all up to you, and I'll show you what I do with that. All right, so let's make sure I have the light and the dark. Some of these, okay, that's my darker one. Some of these have bullet points on the end, and some of them have chisel. I like the chisel side better because I don't have as much use for the other one, but I did grab some that have this bullet point. And if you like that, you can order them that way as well. All right, so we're gonna start here. Oh, I gotta stamp my lemons first in here. All right, I'm gonna show you how I do that. Grab the Memento again. And I'm using a little sticky note, and I just put it on the side here. And we're just gonna do like half of a lemon in there so you can just see it peeking off the side. And then I'm gonna do it on this side as well. This one up here. All right, so that's how I do the lemon. I think this one's the, I have to keep checking, y'all, because I always forget. I'm going to do the lighter one first. And I'm going to go around these at first, and then I'll show you how I do it after I color the lemons. And I do them kind of like in a circle because I don't want it real smooth. I just want it to look like there's actually lemonade in there. So I kind of just do it in a circle. And you can leave a few little tiny white spots if you want. And then I'm going to go, let's put this away. Y'all, the reason I had to redo it is because I forgot to zoom you out. So let me go ahead and zoom you in, and so you can see a little bit better. And hopefully I'm going to remember to zoom you out. That's how I messed it up last time. And I've done this so many times, you'd think that I would know by now, but oh my gosh, I always forget. I'm going to just go around my lemons here really quick. All right, and I'm just going to go back over this with the lighter one. It just gives it a little bit of a different look than just, and what I did here, I'm going to do it on my wine one as well, is I just take my colorless blender and I just go over it a little. It just makes it a little bit more translucent looking, I guess. And you don't even have to do that part. I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer. All right, for the lemons, we are going to do, I think that's the darker one. It's always deceiving for me. That's why I always check. The darker one I'm going to start with first. I'm just going to go around the edge and I'm going to leave some white around the lemon. And then we're going to take the lighter one and we're going to color those right there. You can go over with a little bit of the dark and just like blend a little bit dark on the edges here, make it look maybe a little bit more realistic. And then I'm going to take my lightest color again. Oh, this is gonna, it drives me crazy, y'all, when I have the different types of things. I'm gonna go right over these lemons with the pink, because I want it to look like it's underneath in the water or in the lemonade and not just sitting on top. All right, that's all I'm gonna do for that. We'll go ahead and color the lemon now. Again, go around the edge. Is this my dark one? No. Go around the edge with the darker. Try to leave a little bit of white. And then we're going to do this. And then again, I'm going to do just a little bit on the edges here. All right, there's our lemon. I'm going to grab my lighter purple one. That's why you want to mark all of your, do some little samples of your markers, because the caps and these caps and stuff don't always tell you one's darker, one's lighter. Use your little, they give you these little, I'll show it to you here in just a second. Where did my green, here it goes. This is GY42 I'm using just for the leaves here. All right, let's do our wine. And we are going to do the same thing, kind of go in circles on this one. You always want to swatch them. They give you some swatch when you buy the markers. Always swatch them, because it's real important, so you can make sure you got the right colors. And I'm going to use a little bit of dark on this one. I'm not going to go all the way down on this side, but we're going to blend this one. I think I got that lighter, but I'm going to go ahead and use, or darker I should say, I'm going to use my, and just make these just a little bit more like translucent looking. All right, I'm going to leave it like that, and then that's it for our coloring. I'm going to take it to the cut and emboss. I'm going to use all my dies. There's dies for every one of these, y'all, to cut out. You don't have to hand cut any of them. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back with them all cut out. Okay, so we have all our pieces, our 2 cups, our little leaves and flowers, and our lemon, and I went ahead and cut out my cheers. We're ready to put our box together. So we are going to score first. I'm going to score all these pieces here. So we are going to score on the 7-inch side first. And let me zoom you out because I almost forgot again, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I looked down. All right. We're going to score this on the 8-inch side at 1/2. At 1.5, 6.5, and 7.5. And then we're going to turn it, and we are going to score it on the 8.5-inch side at 1/2, 3.5, 4.5, and 7.5. So that's our box. Let's score for our card. This is on the 6-inch side. You're just going to score it at 3. And I think that's it for our scoring. We're going to do the belly band a little bit different. I'm going to make it easier. All right, so on here, you are going to cut, there is 2 sides that are 1/2, and then this side that has the 1/2 is the top of our box. So you want to cut down straight to the 2nd score mark. And then across. We're going to cut down to that score mark. We're going to cut off this 1/2-inch piece here. And then here. We're going to cut into these. These are going to be glue tabs. This one too. And then you want to cut a little bit off of these too. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Cut down here, here, and here. We're going to cut this top part off. Try to keep that really straight. And then we're going to cut this top 1/2-inch piece off on this side too. Then we're going to cut into these. And then cut this one. And then we're going to do the top part right here too. Just so it folds in your box a little bit easier. All right, let's get this out of the way, and this is what it's going to look like. We're going to sharpen all these score marks. We're going to use some Seal Plus, and you're going to put it on all these 4 tabs here that we have. Put a little bit more on that one. And you're going to bring these up and meet those. Line them up straight. And then these front ones. Oop, got that one off. These are the ones that fold inside. And I like to sharpen this one. And then our box will close like that. Let's go ahead and mat this. I'll grab my other seal. Let's mat it here. This one's for the top of the box. I love this print. It's so cute. I didn't show you the designer series paper. It's so cute, y'all. It's called Celebrations, or yeah, Celebratory Sips. But look at how cute this is. This is the one I used on the first one, the little glasses and wine bottles and stuff. And this is the one I'm using now. But look at all the cute patterns in here. So cute. Y'all, if you don't want to color your glasses, just cut them off out of here. You can cut them with the dies. It matches the dies. You can use these as well and just put your die on there. Let me grab the 1 cup. You can put it on here and you can cut that out. You can do it for the tall one with that. There's so many options with this, but it's really, really cute paper. I love it. All right, let's finish matting these. All right. Oh, I hate when I do that. I push on it too hard and there's nothing in this, so it's easy to go in. All right, this is for our belly band. So I'm going to start this in the center, and we're going to just start squeezing around it. This is the easiest way for me to do a belly band. Just going to make sure it's pretty straight. We're going to straighten it anyway until it comes around to the other side. And now I'll sharpen these all with my bone folder. So I'm going to line these up straight. Just line your edges up. Go around each one. Just where you just line up your side edges and you should have a really nice straight piece. All right, I'm going to grab, let's put this around here first. I'm going to grab some tear and tape and we are going to put it on the edge here. Let's put it on that very edge. I'm going to grab my paper piercer here. And you want it pretty tight, but you don't want it so tight that you can't get it off. And then line those up and seal that, and then there's your belly band. Just like that. All right, now let's decorate this. Okay, the card, let's make the card first. Let's put our inside piece that we stamped. With our sentiment here. This is a 3x3 card, by the way. I used to do a lot of 3x3 stamp sets. I'd make them as sets, and it's really pretty to do that. All right, this is going to go on here, but you want to grab your ribbon first. So let me grab my peach pie. I'm going to have to already order some more peach pie. I'm going to leave plenty of room to tie my bow, because last time I didn't make it quite long enough, and it was hard for me to tie. And then you want to put this on here, so we're going to add some Seal. I'm using Seal Plus for this, so it stays on really good. And you just want to line your card up here. And then this is going to come across here, so I'm going to add a little bit more seal here just to hold it in place. I'm going to just cut it here. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and tie the bow. This is how your card opens. So I'm going to go ahead and tie it here. I'm not going to tie the bow yet. I'm going to just go ahead because I want to mat it. So I'm going to take my matting piece And then this goes on top. This is why I didn't want to tie the bow. I want to make sure that there's plenty of room here for my little knot and all that. I probably shouldn't have even done that part yet. So my knot got a little bit too tight. There we go. And make sure that you seal this down really good. Now you can tie your bow. All right, I just got to push that back in there again. And then we're going to cut this. I like the bow to be pretty good size. I think it's really cute that way. You can do you. All right, now let's add all our little goodies on top. They're so, so cute. I'm going to add this one here. Oh, let's add our little piece underneath. I'm using the flowered side here. Going to put that down there. And we're going to put our lemonade one on. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and we are going to put our lemon on. One lemon on with our dimensional. This is the fun part, y'all. Look how cute. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on our wine glass here. It could be grape juice, whatever you want it to be. And that's going to go on here. I'm going to grab our little pieces here, and we're going to add those up here. I got to lift that up a little bit. You can decorate this part off the box as well. It's a little bit easier. And then we're going to do this one here. I put it right in the center, my dimensional in the center. I try to put it off center so I can stick those in there. And then we're just going to add our little cheers. Just right on here. And that is it, everyone. It is done. Look how cute they are. Isn't that fun? Here's the other ones that I did. Look how cute they are. Wouldn't they be really cute for a birthday or for a coworker, a friend? Fill it with some goodies or a small gift. It'd be really cute. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.